Hi, this is Brittany Herrera, and I'm going to do a familiarity review for CIT 360, and the topic is going to be system tests. So let's begin. So testing is a very important part of development. It's done before shipping, and it helps ensure that the software works like it's supposed to. There's different types of testing. There's unit testing, which is low level, integration testing, medium level, system test is high level, and user test, which is high level. From this website, they had this graphic I thought was good. So first, you do the unit testing, and then the integration testing, then the system testing, and then it's acceptance testing. So what is system testing? Well, it's black box testing, and it does not require the knowledge of internal code. It's done by software or by humans, and it's done to verify that the application is performing as designed and checks that all the input produces the intended output. What to expect? So with system testing, there will be like a Q&A team that ensures that the most important requirements like user stories are tested. And there are different types of tests. So there's performance testing, load tests, usability tests, and functionality tests. The performance tests, like for speed and stability, load test is for the number of users and latency, usability tests for the user errors, and the task completion time, user satisfaction. The functionality test is tests that the input creates the expected output. So there's all sorts of software. You can do a Google search, or you can just search up on any engine you have to see system level testing software. Each company may have a different budget or need, and so if they're going to use that, there's lots out there to choose from. Human testers. Okay, so there's 50 different types of system testing, and the specific types used by a tester depends on a lot of variables. So who the tester worked for, the time available for the testing, the resource available for the tester, and the software that the tester, the knowledge that the tester has, and then the budget. And again, I got this from this website down here. So how to do a human system level test. They use a script. It's usually a step-by-step that the tester should do and what they should see. They're hired to test several pieces of software and don't always know the application. The test should be simple enough that someone who is inexperienced with the software can walk through the test and execute the steps. And if you read the Doing More with Java, Android, and Tomcat edition, that gives you a lot of great information. Also from that book, the system level test templates there. So it looks like this, and you can fill that out. Here's an example I got from the internet, and it kind of shows you just a simple test. Maybe someone came up with a couple features. So basically, they want to make sure that they can launch the application, which was Facebook, and that they landed on Facebook. It says they did and they passed it, and the date and time that it was passed. And then they also wanted to, put in their email and password. And it says that the inputs were, their email and password, and their output would be the login would be successful. And in this case, it was, and so it passed. And again, it shows the date and time. And so, okay, well, what if there's a fail? So here's like a step-by-step process. Basically, you create the test plan and the test cases and the data, and then you execute the plan, but there's failing sometimes. So what happens then is that you fix the bugs or the errors, and then you retest it. All right, so I'm gonna do a little demo just by showing you. I used the template from that book, And this is kind of what I did. So basically, I'm going to pretend that I work for a software company. We came up with a couple features that we want to make sure we can add and that are successfully added to the software before we get it out to the market. And so in this case, we want to make sure software was designed and that unit and integration testing was done. So as you can see, step one, check to see if new features load. And so I wanted to check on all these devices if they load, and they did. But on here on my comments, the iPhone loaded features quicker than the Android for the phone. And then for step two, we want to see if the text boxes were interactive and able to receive input. And all of these were supposed to do that, and they did. And they were able to manipulate the text box. Also here, we want to see if the insert feature would allow these certain types of extensions. And that is what we expect. It did pass, and all of the devices were able to insert those graphics. And now we want to check to see if the new feature to screenshot works on each device. So the expected results would be that all devices are able to screenshot while they're on the app, and it actually failed. So no devices were able to screenshot the views while using the app. Another feature we had on this new software was we wanted to have a copy and paste feature. And so we need to check to see if the copy feature copies and pastes the contents. All of the devices should be able to copy and paste the selected contents, but it failed. All devices seem to copy, but were never shown to paste inside the app. The copy seemed to work as paste was allowed outside of the app. So this is how we would go about doing line per line on any feature. And maybe we only added 2 features. Maybe it was 1, maybe it was 5. But this is a step-by-step process on how we would do system tests and the details involved with that. I enjoyed doing this presentation. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you so much. Bye.